What is up, guys? Panther here, and as you can see, we are finally back, and we are here with an amazing announcement. The APA is back for Season 4, and it is Little Cup, as you can see. So, if you can see up above us, we have tweaked our logo just a bit, courtesy of our good buddy Elite Four Dan, and we are the Carolina Cleffas here this season, just in honor of our temporary Little Cup League. And of course, right up here above me, on this side, we have our amazing new APA logo with the baby birds here for Little Cup. So we've really put a lot of work into this. For those of you that don't know, APA actually started about 2.5 years ago with me and my best friend in real life, Miticus. We're gonna call him Mikey because that's his real name. Started on my couch here, and we started a 10-team Little Cup Showdown League. And that was the first and only APA season we have ever done. To kind of put things in context for you, APA Showdown is currently on its 11th season, and of course APA Wi-Fi here is in its 4th season now. So we finally brought Little Cup back, and we really have some hype people in it here this season. So if you haven't seen the full coaches roster, I don't know how you're here on my channel. First of all, we have an amazing lineup of coaches here for you guys. Some classics, the commissioners, the 4 commissioners, we're not going anywhere. We created the league, so you guys are stuck with us, unfortunately. But the other 12 coaches are amazing, top of the line. Some of the best battlers around, really. Some of the best content creators around, period. And we were lucky enough, and they were gracious enough to join the APA here this season. And we're just really bringing you some hype here. If you're not excited for this league, I don't know what would excite you, because I'm going to be completely honest. Even if I was not a part of this, even if I was not the creator of this, I would love just to sit back and watch this season. It's going to be amazing what we have for you guys, and no matter what we do individually as a team, win, lose, draw, last place, first place, taking home the championship, whatever happens, this has been an amazing journey, an amazing ride. And I just really wanted to take some time to reflect on that before we dove in here to talk about our team. So yeah, here in the draft, we picked 9th. So we have a terrible position here yet again this draft. Let's explain how this is going to work exactly. So we played around with the idea of a free draft for the Little Cup season, but we decided against it. We decided to cut it to 10 mons first of all, because a lot of mons aren't very viable in Little Cup anyways. We tiered them all out, and we kind of made it GBA format slightly. So you have your A tier, which is your scary, threatening mons. That's your Mienfus, your Volibes. You've got your B tier, a little less threatening mons, but still very scary. These are mons like Wingull and Omanite. I'm about to say Omastar, but no. C tier is they can fit the roles. They can fit the roles. That's mons like Starly, Squirtle. And then you've got your D tier. You've got like Igglybuff and Weedle and stuff down here in this tier. Then we gave you 4 free picks, 200 points. A tier is worth 80 points. B tier is worth 60. C is worth 40, and D is worth 20. So there's a couple different combinations. You could get one of each, A, B, C, D. You could get I think you can get an A, D, D. You could get a few different combinations, B, B, C, C, things like that. But yeah. We came up with that format completely by ourselves. But yeah, so we picked 9th in this draft here, and it was there was really only one mon that I wanted going into this. Well, let me back up. Mienfoo obviously is on everybody's radar. So if by some miracle Mienfoo dropped to me, that was getting taken every time, every single time. But we really wanted Ponyta going into this. Shiny Ponyta looks amazing. I've used Ponyta in another Little Cup League I've had before, and it is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I just really wanted it because I knew it would be a lot of fun. And it just looked really cool shiny. So many reasons why I wanted it. So disappointed because, as you know, if you've watched the draft stream, it was sniped by this dude over here in the left-hand corner. San Diego Chimchargers right there. Mr. Envy took him about 4 picks before us. Well, then once that went, I was like, oh, what am I going to take? Well, Snobby looks really cool. I think it's Defog now. Nope. Gator. Yeah. So then I was like, I don't even know what I'm going to pick. So I thought about it. I saw what mons were there, and there was really only one mon that was like, man, this is like a top 5 pick, and this isn't really me, but I would be dumb not to take it here at this point. So we decided to go with some power, one of the only S tier mons that were left on the board here at this point. We went with our boy. Let's get it up on screen. Come on, why aren't you coming up? There it is, Abra. So Abra as our tier A pick, and that thing, obviously, if you play Little Cup at all, you've seen a lot of Abra. So it has a very, very good ability in Little Cup in Magic Guard. So Magic Guard lets it ignore all entry hazard moves, come in and retain its Focus Sash. It is known as one of the best revenge killers in Little Cup. It's commonly ran with that Focus Sash item, but it can run some other things. It can run like Life Orb and make it hit incredibly hard because it does not take that Life Orb recoil. Its special attack is amazing. I forget what it hits off the top of my head, but I want to say it's a 105 base. It hits 19 speed, which in Little Cup is very, very good. 16, 17 speed is really a lot. What a lot of mons hit. A lot of mons hit that 17 speed tier and speed tie a lot on that. Some mons hit 18, like Blitzel and things like that. But 19 is just blazing fast. 20 is the fastest. That's reserved for like Elekid and Diglett. But 19 speed is very, very fast. It is going to be outspeeding most of everything on everyone's roster. And like I said, it is known as one of the best revenge killers in the game. It gets some moves to avoid priority, which we will get into in our team builder next week. Which, surprise, we start off the season playing Joey Pokey-Aim himself, so that's going to be a very, very hyped game. But yeah, I'm really, really excited about Abra here this season. We didn't get what we wanted in Ponyta. I really wanted Ponyta because how versatile it was. It can be bulky, it can be offensive, it can take hits, it can get burns with Flame Body, it can do a lot. Abra's good, but it's very, very straightforward. It's a revenge killer. It's very susceptible to a number of different things. I really don't want to get into that, though, because I really don't want it to end up happening to me. There is a certain P word that I don't want to see on teams this season, and yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. So for our next pick, we were kind of wheelish, and there was some good mons left in Tier A, but there was a very, very good mon left in Tier B that I very much so wanted, and that I felt paired very well with Abra. Now, of course, it's not going to be anything to take on those dark types, but my idea behind this next mon was, hey, this mon's one of the best pivots in Little Cup. It's going to be able to pivot in, get my Abra in, and just let Abra just click Psychic and just nuke things. And it was a very, very good mon, a very good steal in my opinion from B tier, and I knew it would not make it back down to me for later. That is Chinchou. So we've got Bless You the Chinchou here, and like I said, it's kind of like Abra. It's pretty straightforward on what it does. It clicks Volt Switch and Scald, and that dual combination of stab is very difficult for mons to switch into. Ground types aren't going to want to catch the water type move, so really only grass types are going to be switching into it. And the bigger grass types are going to have that dual poison typing, which is going to allow Abra just to click Psychic against it. So I really liked how Chinchou paired with Abra here. So I wanted to go ahead and scoop it up because, like I said, I knew it wasn't going to make it back down to me. Now, Chinchou hits that 17 speed tier that we talked about, so I wanted to go ahead and shore that up. I wanted to go ahead and have some pretty decent speed tiers on my team. And this mon has two really good abilities in Water Absorb and Volt Absorb, so it's going to be able to absorb those type of attacks, so I can kind of fine-tune my team around that, make my team a little bit more susceptible to electricity or to water type attacks if I wanted to, because Chinchou is going to be able to pair very, very nicely with them. But was pretty excited for Chinchou. I really wanted to pair the Chinchou and the Ponyta together and just kind of shore up my ground type weakness, but that ended up not working out. But if I would have got it with this next mon that if I would have had Ponyta, Chinchou, and this next mon that I have, my Fire Water Grass core would have just been flat nasty. So let's go ahead and give it away. It is a grass type. It is from Tier A, and we have Fungus here. And Fungus is very, very good in Little Cup. Access to Spore, of course, just like Daddy Amoongus, but has one of the better abilities in Regenerator. Coming in, being able to continuously absorb hits, and then it's got a lot of different cool utility moves. It has moves like Foul Play, it has moves like Giga Drain and Sludge Bomb, of course, for its dual stab. Clear Smog to prevent status. So it's got some cool moves to make sure it doesn't get set up on, and just deal consistent damage to teams throughout the match. Also with Spore, it really potentially can eliminate a Mon entirely out of the game, or force it to wear something like safety goggles or something like that. But this Mon's just really bulky. It's really fat. It takes a lot of hits, and it's a really good fighting resist for me too. Figured it paired pretty well with Chinchou because it can come in on most ground types, even though it is neutral to it with that dual poison typing. And then I figured Chinchou went pretty well with it because it can take on the ice types or the flying types that threaten the fungus. So I felt like those two had some good synergy, and it really gave me some really good pivots to play around with Abra with too. So that's 3 of our Mons so far, and one of these next Mons here is a Mon that I've always wanted to try the daddy form of, and I really wanted a sweeper here this season. I really felt like that's what I kind of lacked last season in APA, is that Mon that could just come in and just punch holes in teams. And this Mon in particular has another very good ability for Little Cup, and yeah, we're not going to waste any more time. We had Axew here. We had the opportunity to take it, and we did just that. Axew has access to Mold Breaker, which is very, very good in Little Cup, breaking through Sturdy. Sturdy Juice is very common, and Axew is just going to break right through that with Mold Breaker. The ability to set up with Dragon Dance, always amazing. And I have one of the best fairy type checks in my fungus also. So I really just have to figure out how to play around those steel types, and I should be good. So remember that for later. But Axew is very, very good. It only hits 16 speed, so we do have to watch out for those base 17 speed Scarfers. But its attack stat is absolutely phenomenal. And we're going to be able to just mow through teams if we get a boost up, especially with access to Z moves. We have access to moves like Taunt also. So if we're against like a hazard stacker like Ferrothorn or something like that, we can taunt it. But it gets access to a lot of good coverage moves. Superpower, I don't think it gets Earthquake, but it gets like P-Jab. And obviously just outrageous. It's going to hit incredibly hard in Little Cup after a boost. So really, really excited about little Axew here. I know it's not quite as cool as Haxorus, having like shiny Haxorus with that cool black sprite, but Axew's cool nonetheless, and that's one of the Mons I'm really more excited for on my team, because Axew's just going to be able to put in a lot of work. I want to say it hits 97 attack. Let's look it up real quick. So in Little Cup, what does that give it? What kind of attack stat does that give it? I want to say, like, for example, Abra hits 20 attack in Little Cup, and I want to say Axew hits right under that at 19, but let's see real quick. Like I said, I'm almost positive that Axew is 97. It's either 97 or 92 base. I forget off the top of my head, but I'll look it up real quick. It hits 87. It's 87. It hits 18 with a Jolly nature. So with Jolly, 16 base speed and then 18 attack, which is very, very strong. There's not a lot of switch-ins that this thing has, so I was really excited to get the opportunity to add it to my team. Now this next Mon that I picked up, I wanted something that can set hazards and get rid of them. And I wanted to go ahead and look into Tier C so I can go ahead and try to fill that role. And there's a Mon down there that I am quite fond of, actually. It's very good in Little Cup because it gets access to knockoff. It is a ground type, so it can just sit and spam Earthquake, of course. That's my boy Sandshrew here. So, able to get Sandshrew here in the 5th round. I really felt like it was good value. Like I said, spin, knock, stealth rocks by itself. Very one-dimensional, but a very good Mon nonetheless. It gets a pretty cool ability too in Sand Rush, so if anybody has like Hippopotas or anything like that, I can come in, snag that boost, and try to sweep myself. But like I said, I wanted to go ahead and get something that could come consistently, remove hazards, and set them. And I really felt like Sandshrew would fill that role perfectly. Now, I do have 2 Eviolite users on my team. And let me elaborate on that. We're only allowed 2 of the same item on each team that we bring. So, we're only allowed 2 Eviolites, 2 Berry Juices, 2 Focus Sashes, things like that. So, I really felt like that a lot of the calcs I was running, that Sandshrew could come in, take hits at least good enough to activate its Berry Juice, at least on the defensive side, because Sandshrew is pretty naturally bulky. So I felt like it would be a good juice user if I wanted to run Eviolite on Fungus and Chinchou. So yeah, that's what we decided to go with, our boy Sandshrew here. And plus it looks amazing too. I've used it in game quite a bit. And I'm really a fan of its design, to be completely honest. So excited about our little boy Sandshrew here. So hopefully you guys are excited about it as I am. So next, I wanted to go ahead and look into Tier D, because Tier D was garbage, and I wanted to go ahead and pick up a mon that I felt really didn't belong there. So let's go ahead and show it to you guys. We stuck with Gen 1 here, and we went ahead and picked up Rattata. Now let's talk about Rattata here for a second. 17 base speed. I don't think it gets access to knockoff, but it does get access to U-turn to pivot. But this mon gets access to Guts, and Guts boosted Facade in Little Cup just hits extremely hard. And like I said, it's speed tier 17, so it's going to outspeed a lot. Let's just show you guys a calc here real quick. So Rattata, and I'm sure this is not even going to load in Little Cup. So Guts Rattata. Let's go ahead and load the EVs in. I'm gonna show you guys what this thing can do to something like Fungus, for example. And we have Fungus. Fungus isn't going anywhere. That thing's not getting dropped. So not afraid to show a calc like this because it's against my own mon. But Fungus is one of the more bulky mons in Little Cup. And a Guts boosted Facade from Rattata. And this is just Jolly also. Oh, well, this is level 100. Hang on. Guts boosted Facade to Eviolite defensive Fungus is doing 64 to 76%. So, yeah. No switch ins to my boy Rattata here. Potentially some type of steel to rock type, but it's not going to want to catch a U-turn. Guts boosted U-turn. This mon's a threat. And I felt like it was the best mon in Tier D, so I wanted to go ahead and snag it and pick it up. So, really excited about Rattata here. I know it's pretty early to be grabbing it here in the 6th round, but I wanted to go ahead and dip into Tier D before everybody else did. And our next pick, we actually dipped into Tier D as well. We went ahead and scooped up another Gen 1 first part of the game Pokemon with Spearow. I felt like Spearow could be pretty cool here with Sniper and with like Scope Lens or something like that. I could at least run some fun sets with it. There wasn't a lot of very good birds left. There was Starly left, but I had plans for my C tier. So we're getting down to the point in the draft where I was like, I knew what I was going to go after for these last picks. And I wanted to go ahead and fill that flying type role because I desperately wanted a ground immunity, at least to make mons think twice before clicking like Earthquake against my team. So I picked up Spearow. Turned out to be a mistake because I ended up getting sniped. The next mon I wanted was actually Houndour. So I wanted to pick up Houndour in this thing with the next few picks. I knew my team would be pretty weak to ground though with Chinchou and with Houndour. And Fungus, I didn't want to be completely reliant on Fungus to check the ground type. So I wanted to have that nice ground immunity. There was not a lot of Levitate users, if any, except for Bronzor and Little Cup anyways. And like Coughing, and they were both gone already. Coughing would have been nice. But yeah, we picked up Spearow, and you're going to see it at least once this season, and it's going to claim a kill. I don't know who it's going to come against, but it's going to claim a kill. So yeah, we wanted Houndour, and that ended up not working out. So we had our eyes set on another fire type. We didn't draft it next, but we know we needed a fighting type, because I know I needed a mon to help me check those dark types at least. So we picked up a pretty cool mon here, Makuhita in my opinion. So Z-Belly Drum's pretty cool, to say the least. This is another mon that gets guts, but it also gets thick fat. So more importantly, it gives me a fire and ice resist that not named Chinchou. So this mon can come in if it's like Eviolite or Berry Juice, take those hits, and then retaliate with a huge close combat back, because this thing's attack and HP stat is very, very high. Its defenses are garbage, but that HP stat makes it at least a little viable. So it can come in, sponge those hits, and retaliate with big old close combats. Also gets access to Fake Out too, so if I wanted to be like some type of Fake Out lead, I can very well do that. Makuhita looks pretty cool also. I mean, how could you not like Makuhita? It's a cool mon. So, yeah, sue me. Anyways, so here next, guys, we're able to pick up a very good mon next. A mon that probably shouldn't have been there at this point, and one I'm really excited about. We were robbed of our Houndour. unfortunately. But we had the opportunity to pick up Larvesta here. Larvesta is very, very good in Little Cup too. Hitting 16 speed. Like I said, not hitting that coveted 17 speed tier, but at 16 speed, very, very close. Can do a lot of different things. So it's much like Ponytail, except it's got that double weakness to stealth rocks, or quad weakness to stealth rocks, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it can be bulky with like Eviolite, Morning Sun, Will-O-Wisp, pivot with U-turn, but its dual stab is very, very good. Really only threatened by rock types, and we're going to shore up that weakness next, but I have Sandshrew also for that. But yeah, Larvesta is very cool, very good. It has a lot of good coverage moves like Zen Headbutt, things like that. But it does its job very well. It's very offensive, and it's going to be a very, very hard-hitting U-turner. Also has a very good ability in the Flame Body ability, so it's going to give me another check to fighting types, and not so reliant for me to switch in my Fungus and potentially lose my Eviolite. So I can go into Larvesta instead and hopefully cop a nice Flame Body on those fighting types here this season. So here in the last round, I wanted to shore up one more weakness area on my team, and that was the area of entry hazards. So this next mod isn't one that you've probably seen in Little Cup much at all, but it does get a good ability in Sturdy, and it can set entry hazards. So I have a very cute mod here in Shieldon. So I kind of already told you what it does. Sturdy juice, entry hazards, that's what it does. So most likely it's going to function as a suicide lead for me, potentially like Roar, stealth rocks, things like that, just setting up my rocks and maybe dying against teams that don't have entry hazard removal, just setting up those nice hazards. Shieldon's very straightforward. It was a C tier. It was one of the only rock types left. It was only one of the only hazard setters left, more importantly. So kind of forced my hand a little bit here to take Shieldon, but excited about it nonetheless, and you will see it at least once this season as well, along with Spearow. So yeah guys, so that is my 10-mon team. Definitely let me know what you think of the team in the comment section down below. Let me know who you're excited to see this season. Are you excited to see Abra, Chinchou, Axew? What are you looking forward to? Any fun sets you want to see ran? This is a fun league here this season, guys. We're looking to have some fun. We're looking to do well and really make a name for ourselves here this season. But most importantly, we're looking to have fun with this team. It's going to be great. I'm really excited for it. I haven't done many Little Cup leagues. I've done a lot of leagues, though. I mean, 16 APA seasons alone. But I do a lot of other leagues also. PMU, PBL, MLP, UPC, UPA. I mean, I'm in like 7 leagues right now. So I do a lot of leagues. And this is like my 3rd Little Cup league. So very excited for this. Excited for it to be on Wi-Fi. Excited for it to be against a lot of guys that I've watched for a very long time. Excited for it to be against a lot of my friends like Kyle, Nate, Tar Heel, Mikey, Dan. We're just really looking forward to this season all around. So, like I said, guys, leave me some comments. Let me know what you think about the team. And, you know, guys, if you like the content on the channel, subs really help me out too. Really gunning for those 200 subs here at least this season. Really excited to see how much the channel's grown since we kicked it off. I do this for fun. I don't do this for a career. Probably will never be a career for me, but I really enjoy playing Pokemon at least. So if you enjoy watching me play Pokemon, I enjoy making the videos, and I'll keep putting them out. But guys, thank you so much. We're going to have our team builder against Joey up next week, and of course our battle as well. At this point, it's already happened, so I know the results. Not going to spoil anything. Not even going to look at the camera here at this point to give anything else away. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next weekend, guys.